no heroes. Woo! No heroes. No heroes, baby.
Alright guys, we're gonna be back with another interesting matchup, or at least I would say it's interesting. Ben, tell us, what are we having on our table today?
Yeah, so we've got a deck. We actually spoke about one of these in the earlier matchup when we were talking about the height of the OPO2 format in the form of Edward Newgate. I've seen a lot of resurgence over the past sort of format and a half. And then the opponent and the deck that he is facing is a deck that a lot of people have liked to joke about. A lot of people have liked to trash on and say, oh, this deck's not good. This deck's just really, really bad. But it's here. It's back. It got some new tools in EB01. It's ICEBURG.
Indeed, and we are hopping right into the game. ICEBURG is the turn player. It was the first turn player. Just passed. And then we have Edward looking through his deck. Not through his deck. The top 5 card through his deck, hoping to, I guess, find a Ruffy. I mean, what else is there to pick? A Rush though. One of the good old event cards, but we just see a Ruffy being picked up and passing a turn, taking one of his lives. So ICEBURG being on 3. I mean, it's one of those leaders that cannot attack, which I think is quite interesting. You know, there's like a trade-off that you need to pay. That, you know, you have a strong ability, but not being able to just swing is a bit. I think it depends on the ability that you have. I think there's just a few either that cannot attack, like Vivi, Rebecca, the new Vegapunk leader cannot attack, and ICEBURG. I think that's all.
Yeah, it's a weird trade-off to try and have. I mean, obviously, Rebecca primarily is the one that you think of that is like the one that utilizes it best, that cannot attack ability. Obviously, if you're combining it with Corita Coliseum to protect your Curioses.
Yeah.
But here, it basically just helps bring out some more bodies, which we're not seeing at the moment from ICEBURG. Not the quickest and the best start, I'd have to say, as someone who has tried to play this deck before, pre EB01. You want to get that quick start. You want to typically get turn 1 Kokoros to be able to search for some extra Water 7 cards. A lot of the Water 7 share typings with Galila Company, which is what this deck cares about. But we're going with a 5-cost kid.
I mean, that's good in the sense that, you know, now your leader ability becomes free. So playing down
Tailstone.
I see.
Yeah,
so,
which is 5 cost 6k on KO. If your leader has a Galila Company type, which of course it does, you ramp a Don.
Fair enough. So we are back at Newgate. I think it's gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, 6. So paying 5, I guess playing out the rush and just swinging. This is gonna be answered by 2k. I would assume there's gonna be another swing by Newgate. Oh, okay, swing 7 there, and then passing over, taking his life, going down to 3. But since there's no leader attack coming, it's, you know, should be fine for now. I am noticing. Okay, should be fine now. I was about to say we have some small cam freezes, but
yeah,
it's cool now. So the leader should be untapped because I don't think he used the leader ability yet, but he's probably gonna notice. I mean, from now on, you are on your way to just play out 2 bodies every turn and flood the board essentially. I think there's also one in-archetype rush card in Ruffy that trashes a 5 cost to gain rush. I think he's a 6 cost. And a Water 7 card, a type, sorry, he's searchable, if I remember correctly. That's one of the only cards I knew. So yeah, I mean, with 7 done, what else is there to play?
Yeah, it's already the Iceberg players in a really difficult situation here. With no turn 1 Kokoro to be able to search, no stage either on turn 2 to follow that up and start ramping into 5 costs. Obviously, keep using the Iceberg leader ability as well, like you said rightfully there, Mo, to cheat out and to play 2 bodies or more per turn. Is just slightly sort of on the back foot here, especially against the NEWGATE deck that we all know we've seen for so long, that's just able to get into big bodies really quickly and be really scary. So we did see there an attack in with the Tailstone at, I think that's 9k there.
It should be
to take out the Luffy, and then it looks like we're seeing one of the brand new EB01 cards.
I mean,
there.
Probably the most played card in this tournament. It feels like, you know, with Law, and I'm seeing another. There we go. We have Paulie in here, but yeah, we have some technical difficulties with the Iceberg player, but I hope it's gonna be resolved shortly. But we'll just have a quick look. So Ben, I hope you can cover me for like the 2 seconds.
Yep, of course. We're on to the Iceberg, the Whitebeard player turns now. Going to start things off with a Marco. That's the super rare. On play, KOA 3k or less. No valid targets. This, or in fact, there is actually with that Mr. 2. It's whether it's going to get just trashed, so it will. What will the follow-up be here? Still 3 on to play with, so we'll potentially try and slide those underneath the Nami to swing, but instead we're going to put 2 under the Whitebeard for 8. Just double-checking the Maladon that was actually attached there. It was indeed 2 for an 8k swing, where the target of the attack is going into, though, presumably at life in this situation. We'll see if they decide to counter out or not here. Just a little bit of a discussion going on. I still have the blocker as well, potentially. But yeah, we can sort of just generally touch on this matchup and this meeting as a whole here between Iceberg and Whitebeard. When obviously Whitebeard's such an aggressive deck in and of itself, primarily played as the Strawbeard package, as we're seeing here with the likes of Nami and that 5-cost Rush Luffy. But immediately, when you don't start with that turn 1 search, you don't start with it and continue on with that turn 2 stage as well to help try and go wide, like Iceberg really relies on being able to do. Like I said, I played a little bit of Iceberg actually in, I think it was the 4.5 meta, just to give it a little bit of a try. I was an Iceberg believer, still am a little bit of a believer in the opportunities of the deck. And it does really sort of live and die on being able to go wide, having multiple bodies out on the board. Of course, that's what the leader skill is engineered around in its kit internally, to be able to play the extra 5-cost or less out from hand,